Good afternoon, Open Door Sorcery family. It's Devi, and we're gonna talk for a little bit because there was an interesting happenstance in the last couple of days. So, a really good friend of mine, she saw something in the night sky. Apparently, she'd been seeing it for like 3 days, and the way that she described it was a cluster of stars that looked like a dragonfly. Like it had a gaseous tail that looked like a dragonfly. And it was brought to one of our friends' attention and then brought to my attention. I'm like, ooh, okay, where? So for me, I've always considered myself a omen reader of sorts. That's what I called myself whenever I was a kid, because I didn't understand like channeling and spirit and things like that as much as I do now as an adult. So anytime you see like animal shapes, things of that nature, I'm just like, what's the universe telling you? What are we looking at? So I went on the internet, I'm looking at the night sky on the internet because it's in a different area. And I find it and I send the screenshots back. I'm just like, hey, is this it? Is this it? It's like, is this what we're looking at? Yeah, that's what we're looking at. The head of the dragonfly is Uranus. Uranus just went direct. So, like, we'll go through astronomy and astrology and just kind of blend the two because, honestly, that's how life is supposed to be. There is no beginning and no end. Everything blends into one another. So we're looking at that, and we know Uranus is one of those energies that is very chaotic. It literally is the upheaval, unknown, adding an element of surprise in anything. Uranus is a very interesting planet, to say the least. Unpredictable. So having that as the head of a dragonfly. So taking the symbols that she was seeing in the stars, taking, hey, Uranus is the head of it. What does a dragonfly mean? Dragonfly, like most insects, and I would say lizards and things like that. Transformation. And I know this has been talked about a lot, and we've all seen, everybody's just like, oh, we're going into a different period. Oh, Age of Aquarius. Oh, we've got the ninth cycle in the not necessarily Chinese New Year. I'm trying to remember the exact verbiage for that, but ninth cycle of fire. I remember that much. I just don't remember what it's called. Forgive me, I am terrible with names. But all of these cycles are starting the end of the Kali Yuga, like seeing pattern upon pattern upon pattern. Okay, if we're seeing in all of these different things, all of these different aspects, there is an ending and a beginning that is like upon us. And even those who aren't necessarily as open are seeing things in the stars that are indicative of, hey, massive transition and massive change is coming. I think we're all getting ready for it at this point. But the interesting part, as I was looking at it, the head of the dragonfly was Uranus, right? The stars that were inside of it are Botine, Epsilon Auritus, and Nu Auritus. Forgive me if I said that wrong. Again, I'm terrible with names. So, seeing all of that and the fact that Nu is in there, to begin with. And I don't necessarily know what those stars mean overall. I'm gonna go look into it, see if there's any meaning that has been implied about them or what's going on with them. But I find it incredibly interesting that the universe is signaling to everybody in every different religion and every different belief system, there's change coming. We can't hide from it and we can't ignore it anymore. So, how has change been signaled for you?